Oh, hi, Shire.
Hi Cassie, why so early to join the meet?
Well, just excited for the new discussion. I think Sir Mel is going to be
Maybe.
late.
So before Sir Rommel joins the meet, we will have first our Chica Minute.
So, out of all the topics that we discussed in the contemporary world, what interests you?
What interests me the most is the creation of the United Nations, which was established on October 24, 1945, after the collapse of the League of Nations at the end of the World War II. This is because countries are worried about another global war to begin to push for the formation of a more lasting international league. Although it is for being perfect, everything has loopholes. So far, it has achieved its primary goal of averting another global war. So it is considered as success.
In addition to that, Shirel, the UN is divided into 5 organs.
Organs? You mean organ systems? Like circulatory?
No, Shy. Those are organs of the human body. What I mean about 5 organs are the General Assembly, Security Council, ECOSOC, ICJ or International Court of Justice, and the UN Secretariat. General Assembly. The UN General Assembly is the main deliberative policy-making and representative organ which provides a forum for member states to discuss and coordinate on international issues, with each member having 1 vote. Moreover, decisions on important questions such as peace and security, admission of new members, and budgetary matters require a 2/3 majority of the General Assembly. And fun fact, the Philippines played a prominent role in the General Assembly's early years when Filipino diplomat Carlos P. Romulo was elected General Assembly President from 1949 to 1950.
Although the GA has many workloads to do in the UN, many said that the Security Council is the most powerful. The UN Security Council consists of 15 member states. The GA elects 10 of these 15 to 2-year terms, with 5 permanent members known as the P5, which are the China, France, Russia, the UK, and the US. It was established to maintain international peace and security. The Security Council takes the lead in determining the existence of a threat to the peace or an act of aggression. And because of this such power, states that seek to intervene militarily in another state need to obtain approval of the SC. IDSC approves a military intervention may be deemed legal.
Another thing that interests me about the Security Council are the P5 due to their permanent seats, and only the P5 holds the veto power, which means power to unite and erase the power of General Assembly, also the Security Council. It only takes 1 vote from P5 member to erase or stop and Security Council action. So it's a big wipeout, and that is why President Duterte allied with Russian dictator Vladimir Putin and Chinese President Xi Jinping, even though we know we don't have such good terms with China, because he knows that Russia and China are part of P5 and has the veto power to control the military, which was a mind-blowing to me.
Mind-blowing indeed. And because the P5 consisted to veto any action, rendering the UN incapable of addressing the crisis, NATO, or North Atlantic Treaty Organization, decided to intervene, although it was a success, nevertheless left the UN with no effect at all. And what about the 3 organs of the UN, Cassie?
ECOSOC which is responsible for promoting higher standards of living, full employment, and economic and social progress, identifying solutions to international economic, social, and health problems, facilitating international, cultural, and educational cooperation, and encouraging universal respect for human rights and fundamental freedoms. Next is the International Court Justice. The court's role is to settle in accordance with international law, legal disputes submitted to it by states, and to give advisory opinions on legal questions referred to it by authorized United Nations organs and specialized agencies. The UN includes specialized agencies like UNICEF, World Health Organization, and UNESCO, addressing specific global challenges such as health, education, and cultural preservation. Lastly is the Secretariat that carries out the substantive and administrative work of the United Nations as directed by the General Assembly, the Security Council, and the other organs. As its head is the Secretary General, who provides overall administrative guidance. Since we're talking about different states, global peace and order, the topic that interests me was global governance, which refers to the various intersecting processes that creates order. States sign treaties and form organizations, which is a source of global governance. And what intrigues me was the term international organization. This term is commonly used to refer to intergovernmental organizations or groups that are primarily made up of member states. So, first is that international organization has the ability to classify because IOs can create and apply categories, and because states are compelled to accept refugees entering their borders, this power to determine identity has a real-world consequences. Second is the IOs has power in terms of security and development. For example, when the United Nations began to define security as not only safety from military conflict, but also safety from environmental discussion. That, I mean, is that IOs gain power.
Oh, it's already time, but Sir Romel is not around. OMG, Sir Romel just chatted on our GC that we don't have class today.
Yes, gladly.
We should dismiss our meeting so that I can study for the upcoming exams.
Me too. Thank you, Cheryl, for your insights. It was really...
Same goes to you, Cassie. Bye!
Bye!